Good morning, good morning. This is Wool and Whimsy's podcast, episode 2. We're so excited to be here. So my name is Andrea. I'm the founder and owner of Wool and Whimsy.
And I'm Tabitha, and I work here on Wednesdays, and I just enjoy supporting Andrea however I can.
Yes, she does. She's my podcast buddy.
Yep.
Thank you.
Today we're going to start a little bit about ourselves, because our first episode we didn't talk about ourselves very much. So Andrea is going to go first and tell you a little bit about herself.
I'm Andrea. I am, like we said, the owner and founder of Wool and Whimsy. Also, I own La Cocina, a Mexican concept with my husband. We are a family-ran restaurant here in Casper, Wyoming. We have the best cocktails in town.
Yes,
in my opinion.
Best chips. One of my favorite restaurants. Well, before I ever started working here.
Yeah. So my husband and I, we've been married, since 1995, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And then we have 3 adult children. Lauren, she's in California. Our son James, he's our bar manager here. And Abby, she's our youngest, and she lives here in Casper. And she's working with us right now and also looking at starting a business of her own. And we have a new addition to our family. Our granddaughter, she's 9 months old, and her mom, Bethany. So we're just so lucky to have them in our growing family.
Oh, and she's adorable. She has this little wisp of hair that comes up on the back of her head, and she is the cutest.
The cutest. So I'm just happy to be here with Tabitha and starting our journey in podcasting and creating our online community. We have such a great community here in the store that we want to extend it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we always have people come in from like Lander and all around Wyoming, and people traveling through Wyoming to Yellowstone or working, and it's just so wonderful to be able to see comments and connect with people everywhere. Sometimes knitting and crocheting can be a lonely hobby because you sit and you just do it by yourself, but it's better to do it with others. Kind of like the old quilting bees, where they'd sit around. It's nice to quilt and create and do things with others. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. So my name is Tabitha Smith-Heron, and I'm a retired English teacher and teacher librarian. I taught for 31 years. I actually had James in class. So, and I have been in Casper that whole time. So you might recognize my face from that way. I've been married to my husband Ty for since 1999. And that brings the Prince song in my head. But he's a firefighter here in Casper. We have 3 children. They're all adults. We have Taylor, who followed in his father's footsteps and is a firefighter with his wife Crystal, and we have a baby, grandbaby Judd, and another one on the way. My daughter Paige and her husband Nelson, who's an electrician, and Paige does billing and stuff for Dr. Pop, a chiropractor, and 2 wonderful children, Easton, who is 5, and Logan, who is 2.5, and they're just joys. And then I have my youngest, Val, who is 22 and finding her way, which is wonderful to see that happening. I live with my mom. She lives with us. She has dementia, and I take care of her too. So community like this is very important for me, to just kind of have that safe place to become me and celebrate what I like to do. So
Yeah. We're happy to have you here with us.
Yeah. Thank you.
When we talked about community and people from Lander coming in, it made me think about, I know it can be hard for people to walk into a yarn shop, and it's intimidating. And that's one of the things we pride ourselves on here is when you walk into this store, we are going to greet you with a smile. We're going to do our best. Sometimes I feel like I over-try. I try really hard and can be awkward. But we do try to make you feel warm and welcome.
And like enjoying our community on Facebook. We have a community there. I always say you can follow our website and our newsletters and see what classes we're doing. One of our next classes is going to be virtual and in person, and so that's going to be a game changer, I think, too.
Yes, it is. Do you want to talk about that?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
This is a class by Paula, and she is going to do it virtually and in person. She's going to be working with this beautiful blue sweater behind Andrea, and it's called Chicks with Sticks Knit, and it's the Gentle Spirit Tee. We will package up the yarn and send it to you wherever you're at, and it is Paula Cornier. Is that how you say her name?
Well, she's married now, so she'll have a new name.
She's going to have a new name.
Yes.
So she just is going to have it all worked out for you. It's going to be easy as pie. She has got the biggest smile, and she's going to help you feel comfortable. And if you've never done a sweater before, this one looks like it will be an easy gateway into this realm of knitting for you. But we're going to be using amble, which is right behind us somewhere.
Oh, that way.
Oh, this
Yep.
way? Mm-hmm. And there are so many colors and beautiful things. We actually did a Facebook video on this, but we would love to ship whatever you need for this class. We'll just package it up, and you can FaceTime us and pick your colors, and then you can just join us. We'd love that.
Yes, and you can go to woolandwhimsy.store to sign up for the class. It is live. What are the dates?
Oh yeah, so it's on Fridays from 11:30 to 1:30, and June 13th, June 27th, July 11th, July 18th, and July 25th. So I love that because there's some space in there, times where there's a couple weeks. So if you get busy, you really can get your homework done. June 13th, the first day, she wants to spend a little more time with you to get started. So it's 11:30 to 2:30.
Also, Paula, she's going to be in Estes Park. Yeah, in June, teaching 3 classes. Look up, there's a website for Estes Park for their festival. So look that up and look at the classes they have and see if what she's teaching is interesting to you, and sign up. We're going to be there.
Yeah, it's my first time. Is it your first time going?
It's my second.
Second time?
Yeah.
I'm so excited. And we're going to take a little Suburban down. And,
Yes.
and we're going to have 5 to 6 people. And if you see us, please stop us and say hi. We would love to say hello to you and get to know you a little bit better.
Yes. And I just want to say, this is all happening because of the yarn shop. All of us that are going, we would not be going on a trip together. I wouldn't even...
No, we wouldn't have
Be
even
this
thought
close?
about
Yeah.
it. But we have become closer through open stitching, and it is going to be this grand adventure. I love it. I love it.
Yes, so look for those classes taught by Paula at Estes Park's Wool Festival. Oh, let's talk about local yarn shop day.
Oh yeah, let's do, because it was wonderful to see everybody down here.
It was, so I had a friend ask me, she said, so what do you think, what was the draw? Because it was a fantastically busy day. And I instantly can tell her, because this is the feeling that I felt, is our fiber community wanted to support their local yarn shop.
And I heard people talking about that too. Like, I'm bringing this person down. This is just important for community. We need to make sure that we support Andrea, Wool and Whimsy, and make sure that this yarn shop is a success.
Yeah. I heard people say, I saved my money so I could come in and shop on local yarn shop day. That meant a lot.
Yes.
It really, really did. And having people in here buying yarn for their next pattern, and you know, I had somebody come in yesterday, they started their pattern, they're loving it, they love the yarn. So
You know what I loved?
great vibes.
I loved, there were so many young people coming in. I would say like in their mid to late teens up through college. They came in and they were, I don't know, they just had so much awe in their faces, and they got to touch the yarn, and they're like, I just spent $25 on a skein of yarn. And they were so excited about it and whatever they were creating, and I loved seeing that
I
passion
love
in
that.
them. Yes.
Well, and that's what I love too, is finding that balance of YouTube, watching and learning from YouTube, because that's where the young people are learning.
Yes, it is.
And then they're able to come into their local yarn shop and be a part of that.
Yes.
And feel the yarn and have connection and talk,
Yes.
communicate to the salesperson,
To
and
us
asking
older
them.
people.
Yeah. We're so cool though.
We are cool
We
old
are
people.
cool.
My kids might think I'm a little dorky, but we're pretty cool. But yeah, and then they know, oh, they were so friendly down there. I'm struggling. I don't get this. Maybe I'll go. And I invited them all to our open stitching. And I was just, I think it's important that we help the next generation. And so that's what having the local yarn shop day allows for that.
Well, and then we had La Cocina's food truck outside. They were on fire. Yeah, it was. I just thank my husband for doing that because it's a lot of work. And Abby, our youngest, helped him. So, and then we had our demonstrations.
Oh yes.
Alana was here demonstrating amigurumi, and she looks so pretty, and she was so cute. And then we had Hanna. She demonstrated her knitting machine outside, and she had probably 15 people, 20 people around her watching what she does. She does make socks for people and sells them online.
It was impressive.
Yeah.
Her machine, how she does that.
This is what she makes. Her business is called The Girl Who Wears Wool Socks. Look how cute.
Yeah. She is very knowledgeable, just so kind, intelligent, and helpful. Hannah is a gem. She's a joy.
Yes, she is. I'm getting warm.
Oh,
look, I'm choking myself. Okay, so she was, a huge success with her knitting machine. And she actually, somebody bought yarn that day to have her knit socks for her on her machine.
Oh, and you had an open trunk show too. And that was so cool.
Oh my gosh.
Getting to talk to a dyer of yarn, and she does it all on Instagram, right?
Yes, she does. Kayla from Naughty Pine Fiber Co. This is the color she dyed for Wool and Whimsy. Yes, we premiered it on local yarn shop day. You guys, it is her bighorn sock fingering weight. It's 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. It's worsted spun, combed. It says 21.5 microns, 400 yards. And she called it Whimsy and Pine.
Yes, and it is so pretty.
So pretty. Yeah, it was a joy to have her here. And guess what? She committed to next year.
She did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that's wonderful.
I know.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
so thank you, Kayla. We had a great time with you.
So much fun.
Works in progress. So this is, I'm still working on this. I shared it with you guys our last episode. This is the Anker summer shirt. I'm using Sandnes Garn Linné. I am using color 3042. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Love, love, love. So I wanted to share something. I thought I didn't do it the last time I talked about it, so I want to do it this time. I watch, you guys might watch her too, Knitter's Niche? Knitter's Niche.
Yeah.
She talked about her Anker shirt. And what she had done with hers is she used a tubular cast on. She also used a tubular bind off on her sleeves and on her ribbing down here. And she used a size smaller in her needles. And I thought that was interesting. She had said she chose to do that because she noticed on other people's that it was very loose. Hers is very snug fitting.
Yeah, she didn't like the top being, she wanted it more snug.
Yeah. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because maybe you could look into it so that when you knit it, you can make that decision for yourself. I didn't do any of that. I just followed the pattern.
There's quite a few of you guys knitting the sweater right now, and it's pretty cool. How did you guys get started doing that?
Well, Anita brought hers in, and she knit hers a couple years ago, and we just felt, I got Linné, and we decided let's knit it because she said, guys, it's easy.
We're always looking for something easy.
Yes. Well, and for the season too.
Yes,
our season's
it's
not
light.
It's not very long, so we need to have a project that we can start and finish pretty quickly. So I posted a picture on our Instagram page. We have a beautiful spicy orange color being knit. She finished hers. She wore it to local yarn shop.
Yeah,
she looked beautiful.
She looked wonderful. Melissa did.
Yes.
Yes.
She looked beautiful. And then our friend Jane, she's knitting one in a pretty limey green. And she's probably about done with hers. I'm knitting mine.
And she got some other yarn for another color.
Yes,
that's how much she liked it.
Yes. And then local yarn shop day, one of our knitting friends, she bought yarn and she's started hers. And then Hanna, she's using this Akari. She jumped on our bandwagon. Yep.
I can't wait to see what that looks like.
Yeah.
She's
the one that used something different.
Yeah.
See, isn't that so fun? That's why that's why knitting is so,
and having a community is so much fun. Seeing what we're doing.
Yes. Okay, so what are you working on?
Oh, I'm working on a couple things. Still my Alpine shawl, which is the knit along, but I am doing, so I don't know about you guys, but I have quite a few half-finished projects. My husband would like me to finish some of them, but and Andrea's like, I'm going to get a Dyson number and roll and see which one I'm working on for that day. But I just get so excited about knitting and I want to do it all. And but I have half-finished socks at home, and I get to a point and then I get kind of stuck. And one of the places that I get stuck on is the heel and the gusset. So Andrea has classes, and you can find them on woolandwhimsy.store. And Melissa is teaching this sock class, and I am learning how to do the heel so I can finish other socks for my husband and myself. So this is so much fun, and I just finished last night where I'm supposed to be for
Good
the
job.
rest of for Saturday's class. And this is amble. So I showed that for the blue sweater, and this is what I'm using on this. But you know what I did on local yarn shop day? I went and got some Naughty Pine because the colors are just so enticing to think about in a sock.
It's right there.
And it's right behind us. Yes.
Yep.
So can you see how beautiful this would be like in a sock? And so I got a couple of those, and I was going to surprise my husband and make some of those for him too.
Aww.
Yeah. But my grandson came by and saw me knitting the socks and says, Alma, you need to do my stuff first. I don't know why you're working on this. So, but this is what I've been working on. Share what you're working on down below in the comments, and a picture if you can. This is one sock. It's by the Fiber Company.
I don't know the designer, but we can put it in
We'll
the
put it in
description.
the description,
Yeah.
yes.
I'll share what I'm working on next.
Okay.
I had she's a new friend because of the yarn shop. She came in on local yarn shop day to support, and she showed me a pattern that she was buying yarn for. And so, of course, she didn't invite me to join her, but I said, I'm going to knit that with you.
Oh.
So here it is. It's called Pansy, and it's by Expression Fiber Arts.
You kind of have a printout, but it's not as the good one, right?
Yeah, it doesn't show the whole thing. Let's see. Can you see it? I'm not big on tank tops, but I do want to knit one because I want to wear a button-up. What do you like? A shirt over it.
Oh, yeah, like those lacy, pretty. Yeah.
So I printed the pattern. It is free. You go to expressionarts.com, and you have to create an account and things to get it. But so what it's a fingering weight yarn that the pattern uses. So I'm going to use
These are so pretty.
Knitting for Olive Pure Silk. So I believe I'll need 4 skeins, 4 balls. So this is a color option.
I think it goes well with your skin.
And this one is a color option.
Maybe that one.
That one.
You guys should say which one should she use, which color would you guys suggest?
And then this one.
And that would be pretty
This
too.
So
I like the 2 darker ones, I think.
we do have, I don't know, maybe 10 color choices, but you can go to woolandwhimsy.store and look at the colors there. I do want to mention something. It's an interesting problem that we have. When you go to Wool and Whimsy on your desktop or iPad, you want to look at black, and so you click on black, the picture won't move to black. But if you're on your phone and you go to woolandwhimsy.store and you look at yarn and you see, let's say you click on black, it will move to black. If you want pink and click pink, it'll move to pink. So when you're looking at yarn at woolandwhimsy.store, try to be on your cell phone. It's just easier. So
And the description doesn't move either on the computer until you get all the way to the bottom of the color choices. Then you can read the description of the yarn. So just be aware of that too.
And that's a POS thing. It's not anything that we can fix. So it feels good to say that. There's nothing I can do about it. It
You
just
can't
is.
fix it. They have to do that.
Okay, so what do you have? What do you want to work on next?
Oh no, I know.
Yeah.
We'll talk about. Oh, well, I have two things. I have to,
Okay.
Before I get to there, I want to talk a little bit about this. I'm going to be doing this class in conjunction with Casper Pride. Their Pride Fest is coming up in June, so I'm going to be teaching a beginner class, and then we're going to gather 2 times, and we're going to knit a Pride scarf. You can go to the QR code, and you can choose what kind of color of Pride yarn you would like. It's wonderful because Blackmore Sycamore yarn out of Cheyenne, she has told us that she will make these special for us, depending on what kind of yarn you want. And even if you can't join us for the class, you could always go and order some of the yarn if you want to make your own. It's going to be worsted, and I'm assuming it's going to be the same merino, superwash merino, and recycled nylon. And there are several different choices for you to choose from, but I'm just so excited about this. There is limited space. There's only 15 slots, and I think there are 8 taken. So I'm very excited about that. And the dates are going to be in May. So on Friday nights, just a couple hours, and you get to come to Wool and Whimsy, see the store here. So that's the class. But the other thing I was thinking about is I don't know if you can tell, but Andrea and I are both wearing cardigans. I'm kind of a cardigan girl. I don't know, Taylor Swift does it well too, but probably much better than me. But I fell in love with this pattern. I was staring at it a lot on local yarn shop day. It's the DRK Everyday Cardi, and it's by Dre Renee Knits, and you can get it on Ravelry. And I love the idea of making it out of Malabrigo, just something like this with this color. But I love just cardigans. They're wonderful. You get hot, you can throw them off. You don't mess up your hair. You get cold, it's easy to slip on. So
Yes.
I'm excited about taking this on as a project a little bit further down the line. I have some things I have to finish first.
Back to Casper Pride.
Oh,
Where
yes.
can they get the QR code? Do we have
Oh,
that?
Yes, you
Where is
can on Casper Pride's website, and on our website there's a class under the class, and all of that information will be there. So just go to classes and events, and you can sign up there and scan it. It's that way on this because some people might want to choose the yarn and not into the classes, and then that way you could choose to just get the yarn and we could ship it to you, or you could stop by and pick it up. Everything needs to be selected by May 5th so that she has time to get it done before the class starts.
Shawl.
Yep, I'm still working on this.
Did you talk about it?
I did a little bit,
okay.
yes. I'm still working on it, and on Wednesdays we're going to try to do some of the knit alongs or crochet alongs, and have people come down if they want to work on that. I have one person who's been coming in on Wednesdays, and it's just been a joy seeing her fall in love with knitting. She's a brand new knitter.
Yes.
That's Jeannie. So
Yes.
yeah, I'm loving that.
She's a lot of fun, and it's so fun because talk about the what Anita said about.
Oh yes,
because that's
Anita.
yeah.
So Jeannie she's crocheted a little bit, and I don't know if you can tell the difference, but Andrea is a thrower and I'm a picker, so continental and American. So Jeannie has never knitted before, so since she was a crocheter, I kind of put her in watching some continental style of knitting, and she has fallen in love with it. But Anita was talking to her because she was, she's been working so hard learning the stitches and jumping in, and seeing her passion is just inspiring. But Anita was talking about how when you first learn something, it's a steep learning curve. She is learning so much and so excited about it, and then it levels off, and then we as knitters have to challenge ourselves to do a sweater class or a sock class, or take on that next project to build our skills, and then the learning kind of slows down a little bit, but we have to make that effort to continue our learning. Is that what you're kind of talking about?
Yeah, because it was inspiring for me, because to realize, to think, change the mindset of, oh, I can't do that. But instead to change it, I get to learn how to do that.
Yes.
It's really helped me in my knitting.
Oh,
It's not so intimidating. I love the mind shift on that way of thinking.
It's interesting too, a lot of the younger kids that come in that were here, I was like, what are you doing? Oh, I just follow YouTube and I just change things up. You know, some of them are not afraid at all.
That's right.
To jump in. So,
wow, what about our little Margaret that comes into
yes.
To our stitching circle on she
Thursday nights, doesn't she?
Yeah, she Tuesdays.
Oh, Tuesday nights. Tuesday nights, Thursday afternoon. Sorry, Andrew.
But if you join Wool and Whimsy community, you would see her. There's a picture there of her where she crocheted her sweater. No pattern, you guys, and she's very young.
Is she like 10ish or something? So yeah,
it's adorable.
I love seeing her excitement.
Yeah. We're finding out that a lot of knitters, I'm pretty sure it's everywhere, and we're noticing it here in the shop, that we all enjoy reading. Found a book on Ryan Holiday, his YouTube channel. He's a stoic. He has a bookstore in Texas. I love watching his YouTube videos about stoicism, but also about his bookstore. So he shared 25 books to read during a difficult time, and because he felt like they would help you to get through your difficult times. So out of the list, I chose The Choice. It's by Dr. Edith Eva Eger, and she survived Auschwitz.
Yes, and the Death March.
Okay, so one of the takeaways for me from the book so far is the mindset again, and how you can shift your way of thinking to get you through a tough situation with more understanding and really compassion.
Yes.
How about you?
So I just devoured the book in a couple of days, and then I read her next one, which is 14 lessons to change your life. And then I watched her interview on with Oprah. To me, what I got out of it is kind of like that growth mindset. But regardless of what you've been through or what you're experiencing, there is a choice that you can make to make your life better, to help you get through that. And it was just so inspirational. So I have a cousin online book club and I said, let's read this. And I'm really interested to hear what they say too, but I'm trying to push it on my husband. I think she's a psychologist and became a psychologist when she was 50 after going through everything she went through, and is helping people and dealing with people who have PTSD or I don't know if it's the disorder anymore, but she just helps people. And I finding that purpose in your life and I was like, everybody needs that purpose, something to make the world a little better. And I think that makes a difference.
Oh my gosh, purpose. That's been such a big word for me this week. And I've realized it finally hit home for me that Wool and Whimsy is my purpose.
Yeah. You make a difference bringing people together, supporting the community.
Okay, you guys. So, second episode. Let us know what you think.
Yes.
Let us know what you want more information on. Let us know.
Yes. How can we make this better for you? And while we still have fun doing this, but what do you need from us?
Yeah. So thank you all. You have a wonderful day. Thank you, Tabitha.
You're welcome. We're enjoying the rain right now in Casper, Wyoming, and I hope the weather's better for you. But I keep saying it's going to be green. It's going to be so green.
Yes.
So
it's gray, and Lauren said it's really cold in LA too. So
is it? So maybe it's everywhere like that today. But even with rain, we can find that good. It's going to be green soon. So
yes, pick up your needles and your yarn
and your cup of tea or coffee, and get that cat or that little dog to cuddle by you.
Call a friend.
See you next time.